you've ever been underneath the ocean, like where the waves are above you and you're under the water, sometimes you can see the light coming in through the water underneath. I love to sit under bodies of water and just be very, very still and feel the ocean all around me. That's why I love to snorkel, and I love the feeling of having the water all around me. I feel like I can see the sun coming through the waters
Hmm.
like diamonds, like stained glass that looks like diamonds above me. And it feels like that I'm lifting out of the waters, like I'm lifting upwards out of the water, um, towards this beautiful, these prisms of light. They look like diamonds, just beautiful diamond, glowing, beautiful, pretty light. And I feel like my head is up like this, and it's like I'm going upwards. So I'm just allowing that energy to pull me towards. I almost feel as if these giant hands are lifting me out of the water. That's exactly what I feel. I almost feel like there's someone lifting me out of a water, almost like when a babe is in the water and you finish bathing the child and then you lift the child out of the water. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's what's happening. And now it just feels like there's just streams and streams of there's streams and streams of light all around me, and I feel like that for some reason it feels like DNA, or it feels like they're codes that are coming down, like ribbons of codes. A long time ago, and maybe they still do this now with cameras, they'd have film. It almost reminds me of light that is filmed. It's like films of light. And it's just like they're going all around me, and they're not just straight up and down. Some of them, they twist, just like if you see a DNA strand, it just it twists and stuff, and it's the strangest thing. I've never experienced this before. It almost feels like that as I'm being pulled towards that bright light, that those strands of light are like sticking or adhering to my energy field and absorbing like sugar does in water. It's just like it's almost like it touches my energy field and then it just almost dissolves like sugar in water. That's the only way I know how to describe what I'm feeling. So it's really cool, and it looks like there's a huge when you see a circle of clouds above you and then there's an opening and you can see the beautiful blue sky, or you can see it's like real clear. I feel like I'm being propelled towards that energy. So I'm going to do that. And then there's those dancers. They look like, um, I don't know why I want to say this. I think they look like Russian dancers, the ones that have those outfits on that have like almost like coats that when they turn and they do the swirling dervish, it almost looks like that, like they're spinning all around me, like there's and I hear music from, like I can hear music from Africa. I can hear music from, or sounds coming from Asia. I can hear, I can even hear somebody doing a beat, but I can hear music, all types of music. I almost feel like I'm a satellite and going through the universe. And okay, now I'm woo, woo. I'm above the earth. I'm really above the earth now. Whoa, and I'm seeing explosions of light on the earth. As I see the light land, it's spreading out. And I hear a voice that's telling me, and it's more of a feminine voice than it is a masculine voice. It's telling me that what I am witnessing, these little points of light that seem to be dropping on the planet, are these moments of um, pure kindness, pure compassion, pure intentions, like really pure goodness, and how it spreads. And I'm being told that kindness, it multiplies just as the pattern is Fibonacci. It's always Fibonacci. That's what this being is saying, but it's a Fibonacci. There's a pattern to this, and um, kindness begets kindness, and then it continues to expand, it continues to grow, and how valuable that is. She says that she believes that the majority of human beings or beings on this planet truly do appreciate kindness, and that when there are those who are not kind, those who are vicious, those are the words that she used, vicious or angry or destructive, it's because they haven't received or experienced enough kindness in their lives. She said that she does not ever want to discard the trials that come with mental illness or mental disease. She doesn't want to dismiss that. She says the common man, the common human, just common, um, unfettered by any traumas, when they are born into this planet, when born into this existence, born into this dimension, that how very valuable and important kindness is for them to experience. And that's what she wants to focus on. She really wants to focus on how important acts of kindness and acts of service are. And um, she's talking about, and I don't want to call it programming, but that's what I feel like she's saying to me, is there's this programming that if I do this, then this is what my reward is going to be. And she said that um, the rewards from kindness, from compassion, from gentleness, from um, that is exchanged, there is always a reward. Sometimes that reward is not immediately um, recognized or seen, but the reward is having the ability to be able to extend a kindness. That is the reward. That an individual vibration knows the value of kindness, and that kindness, the little moment of kindness, can change history, can change. And then she's talking to me about stuff that I've been observing in my own life for myself, where I recognize how I react and respond um, to the emotions that are triggered in me. And I have been taking time to ask myself, where's that coming from, and why am I responding so vehemently, and why do why is there no editing, and asking all those questions. And she said that there is a process as the changes that are happening. um, she says that your culture is developing into something more than it was. And she said that there will always be nostalgia, of things the way they were. And she says that that's really good to have that nostalgia. And it's really good, she said, to recall it and remember it, especially with gratitude. But she said that the adjustments that are happening on this planet right now does require an understanding of the levels of emotions that all are feeling at this time. She's saying the more you are secure in having compassion for each other, better your lives will be. And when there have been moments when people haven't had compassion for someone, sometimes the person who's supposed to show compassion or be more compassionate is incapable or unable to do that for a variety of reasons. But sometimes the individual who truly does deserve compassion becomes the great teacher. When you know that something stings, the usual response is not to get stung again. And if you have experienced the pain that comes with being stung over and over and over again, whether by words or by the actions of others, because you don't like it or you don't feel comfortable with it, you will try to avoid it and prevent those that you care about and love from re-experiencing it. And that's one of the major things happening on this planet right now. There are peoples who, the metaphor is, have been stung over and over and over again and denied the honey, denied the fruits of their labor that they worked hard for. And now the change, the shift that's happening is there will always be those who put themselves in leadership positions in order to govern the people, but many of them do it to secure their lives, their fortunes, their well-being. And they serve under the guise of compassion or saying that they are concerned, but there is a major bait and switch that's happening throughout this world, especially in your political arenas and also even in business, where a promise is made for this, or it seems like an olive branch is extended and then it's switched to something else. And this deception, it must stop. She's saying it's like a wart. If you don't get the root, it'll come back, and it can come back harder, and it can spread. And so this is a crucial time in the history of this planet to get to the root of the problem and to pull it out, to not allow it to exist anymore. Even if the earth is cleansed of individuals who are considered leaders, but are only self-serving, even if you were to clear all those beings from this planet, there will always be those who are immature and not seasoned and aware, who will try to perpetuate the same patterns. All the children being born at this time bring in new energies and the ability to adapt and change to a more unified energy of peace and respect. Respect is earned. Even with all their shortcomings, your ancestors should be respected as they are They had to be who they are in order for there to be growth. It is the traditions that families create that does bring a cohesiveness to humanity. The music speaks to us of the diversity of cultures and rhythms in societies. Energy. Fine tune your voices and how you are expressing yourself to one another. All of you were created to sing. The insects do it, the trees do it, the birds do it. All of you are able to heal through the sounds you are surrounded with. When you have a loved one who has completed their cycle and season on this planet, the sound of their voice, especially if they are truly loved by you, is recorded. Seek conversations with those whom truly sing in harmony with you and your path. It's necessary to sing off key sometimes. If you could hear what I hear, a steady stream of voices praying, crying out, chanting for assistance and for help. If you could hear the cries, it can be maddening, but the words and the energy behind the words, what is spoken, what is truly desired, what is feared, is an orchestra that tells me how things are going on this planet, in this dimension, and in others. It would be cruel for me to silence the screams or pains or sadness expressed in your daily life. Everything needs a voice. Everyone wants to be heard. The more you are prepared for your emotions, the more constructive your life will be. It is your monitor. It is how you can truly be in communion with me. When you internalize your sadness, grief, or anger, your disappointment, when you don't give it a voice, it not only harms you, it harms those that are around you. I do speak individually to every creature and being that has been created. You can say that I am multilingual. I don't want you to just come to me because of the good things in your life. I enjoy hearing of your joy, your love, but I would be amiss and it would not be an honest conversation with me if you edit your emotions. Some of you try to share what you are feeling with those whom you feel you can trust. Be patient with those people. Sometimes they respond in a way that fuels your deep anger and depression and disappointment. But in truth, they are responding in their innocence. They are learning to love you and support you. Not everyone is capable of doing that for others. Recognize who is able to love you even when you are not feeling loved. Some of those beings are not present with you physically, but they are in spirit, as I am. I don't want you to hurt, but I don't want you to deceive yourself. So many of you latch on to love so tightly because of its appearance, because of the sensations, because in some way it lifts your self-esteem. And when you are in a relationship and you feel you are hurt, and that the person that you love is incapable of soothing that pain, know that there are resources available to you, individuals who have been guided to be the very best they can be, to assist you on your journey. This doesn't require you to be in love with them. It does, however, require them to truly acknowledge and respect who you are and where you are. They are ready for you. That if you keep going towards the source that you love, but they cannot return that love and compassion and kindness to you. Don't allow yourself to be stuck, because that is feeding your malcontent. You are made to feel uncomfortable when it's time for change. You are made to feel comforted when everything is just right. All of you have heard a variety of stories that have been shared through music and plays and books. Many of those stories, no matter where it takes your imagination, no matter if they are factual or not, contain divine wisdom and guidance to assist you on your path. There are times you must detach from the world and attach to your imagination. If you can allow yourself to visualize the better, it will manifest itself. Many souls have been exposed to environments and peoples who truly feel they are good beings, and yet because of your experience you recognize where they are not. Be the mirror that reflects goodness. Be the mirror that allows those around you to look beyond the flaws of their upbringing and to embrace a better way. What are you comfortable with? What are you uncomfortable with? Is it difficult for you to surrender? Are you stubborn because it is necessary? Be steadfast in what you know to be good and true. It's not necessary for anyone to force anyone to partake of anything that their soul finds repugnant. Yet the history of this planet has shown that many peoples and many cultures have had to digest what they know they are uncomfortable with. And it's not just their comfort. They see the discomfort of those around them. Where do you fit in the universe? You can be like a tree rooted deeply into the place you were planted. But like any good tree, the seeds and fruit that you produce are meant to be scattered in the four directions of the universe.